It had been a while since the Great Tournament of Power, which endangered the lives of the universes, where thanks to the almost perfect coordination of Universe 7, they were able to win the Tournament of Power, thus reviving all the universes. Months after that event, the gods would have had a meeting, something that they only did in situations of great importance, and no doubt, after all that had happened, this was definitely it. The 12 gods of destruction had seen that the existence of all the universes fell on a mortal who had too much influence on the decisions of the king of all, Zenosama. Besides, he had reminded Zenosama about the tournament. Therefore, someone who only made stupid decisions just because he wanted to fight was something that the gods could not continue to allow. Someone like Goku was too much danger for everyone, because at any moment, something like that or worse could happen. Vermouth would tell the others, the Saiyan god Goku, he only wanted the tournament to face very strong beings, but when he saw what he had done, it was too late to repent. He's a danger to everyone. We saw how this mortal is very friendly with Zenosama. Anything stupid or not, Zenosama will listen to him. Hey, and what do you mean by that, Vermouth? Are you saying we should kill him? That would be too noisy, we can't do that. Immediately, Zenosama or Daishinkan would stop feeling Goku's ki, and they would surely come to see what was going on. I don't think we should do that. I think something much better. If we lock him up somewhere, a dimension, a place he can never come out of, we could surely do it. Bills, surprised by those words, even though he appreciated Goku, he thought it was right what the other gods told him, because he perfectly understood the danger that Goku meant for all the universes. And that's why he told them. Once they had told me on Earth there was a room of time, as I had understood that place was another dimension, and that there's only one door that serves as a portal to pass from one side to another. Surely we could get him to go train there, and it would be a perfect opportunity to lock him up. It seems easy, but it'll still be complicated. The gods thought it was a brilliant and excellent idea, so everyone accepted this idea and trusted everything to Bills. Some time would pass, and Bills would go to visit the Earth, first going to Vegeta, and he told him that he had to tell him something important. Both go to another place where nobody would hear, because Piccolo was near and could easily have heard this. So once they were alone, Bills told him, Vegeta, you must do what I'm going to tell you. You have to understand, Goku is a living danger to all universes, and that's why we have to get rid of him. Wait, Bills, what are you talking about? How the hell do you think you're going to get rid of Kakarot? Don't you appreciate him? Vegeta, this goes beyond sentiment or appreciation. We're talking about the universes. I only ask you to help Goku enter the room of time. We have to lock him inside and destroy the door so that he never comes out again, and we can avoid so many problems in the future. What are you talking about, Bills? I won't do that to Kakarot. Despite all the fights, he's my friend, and I don't have to do it. Damn, Vegeta, I knew you would say this. That's why you decide. Sacrifice the planet or lock Goku inside. Do you want to die and take your whole family with you? No, Bills, why are you doing this to me? I could not do that to Kakarot. But I'm obliged to do it. If not, you'll destroy everything. Besides, I think I understand everything, and you are right in what you mentioned about Goku. I'll do my best to lock him in that room. At that moment, Bills would go to his planet, and Vegeta would tell everything to Bulma and everyone else, except Chi-Chi, Gohan, and Goten. None of his friends agreed to lock Goku up, but they finally convinced them. It was either the planet would be destroyed, or Goku had to be locked up. It was clear that the planet was the priority, plus they knew that Goku was nothing but trouble. After everyone acknowledged it, Vegeta would go to Goku and tell him to train in the Hyperbolic time chamber. But Goku had already trained a lot and would tell Vegeta he did not feel like going to that place, because he already felt comfortable and confident with his power. So Vegeta told him he has not yet managed to control and master the egoistic doctrine. So Goku would tell him that it would not be necessary, but Vegeta reminded him that enemies could appear much stronger than Jiren, and that they haven't seen the strongest and had to be prepared for new threats. After Goku heard those words, he would go with Vegeta to the Hyperbolic time chamber, where both would enter to train. The two would be training, thanks to the fact that they had to become much stronger, as Vegeta told Goku, so they would continue for a long time. But as the months passed inside the room, Vegeta would tell Goku that he would go out for a few moments, but then he would return. Goku would say that he would wait until he returned to continue training. But this was nothing more than a lie from Vegeta to finally leave Goku alone in the room. So he would leave the place, and at the moment of leaving, he would destroy the entrance of the Room of Time with a blast of energy, making the small point that interconnected them disappear. Which would make Goku get locked inside the room. Goku would not notice this, as he was far away from the entrance practicing one of his techniques. But he saw that for some reason, Vegeta was taking longer than he should. Goku would understand that something was not right, but he left it like that, until much more time passed and Vegeta still did not return, thus piquing Goku's curiosity. So he went to the entrance of the room to go out and look for Vegeta, but at that moment, he realized that something was very wrong. Realizing that the door was completely destroyed, and that made it impossible to leave the place. Goku at no time would the thought cross his mind that it was Vegeta, but nevertheless believed that it was himself that did it by some oversight while he was practicing. But after much thought, he realized he had not done it at any time because he would have realized, so he had no choice but to believe that this was an act of Vegeta. While outside the room, Vegeta said, "It cost me to do it, but I was finally able to lock him up. I hope he doesn't hate me for doing this to him. You did very well, Vegeta. You were able to save this planet, and that's the most important thing." On the other hand, in the room, Goku was still confused and thought to himself, "Vegeta, why would you do that to me? Why lock me in this damn place? So you just told me all this to lock me up? I swear I will get revenge." Goku realized Vegeta's betrayal, locking him inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and Goku got angry because he didn't understand the reason. "Why did you do this to me, Vegeta? Why did you do it? I don't understand." No, wait, I don't think Vegeta did it by himself. He'd have no reason to do it. A lot of people don't seem to like him, but knowing Vegeta, they had to have blackmailed him with something. I don't know, but they'll all pay for this if I ever get out of this damn place. What reason did they have to do this to me? I've given everything for them. I've sacrificed myself many times to save them. I have always fought to save them. It's not fair. I gave them everything and they stabbed me in the back. They had no right to betray me this way. When I get out of this place, they'll wish they had never locked me up. After this, months would pass in which Goku was just beginning to master the Ultra Instinct. By this time, the food supplies were starting to run low, and there was only enough left for 2 days. Goku knew he would have to leave or he would die. I have to do it. I will increase all my power to get out of this place. I think with all the power I have, it'll be enough to open other portals. That said, Goku would increase his power more and more, starting with the classic Saiyan, until reaching the blue phase, and finally making his technique more powerful. So he would do the maximum Kaioken as far as he could, making the whole place tremble. The whole place seemed to crack, but this was nothing more than an illusion. The place was intact, and not even the slightest hint of a portal was formed. Goku was surprised and frustrated and thought, how is it possible that nothing happened? With all the power I used, it was much more than I thought I needed to get out of this place. But why, even using all my power, is nothing happening? I don't understand. A long time ago, Majin Buu did the same thing and was able to get out of this damn place, and that power he had is much lower than the one I have now. It's impossible that nothing happened. Wait, now I remember. He told me he improved the Room of Time, but I didn't think it was this much better. Even using divine power, I'm not able to make a scratch on this room. Damn, Goku said to himself, extremely frustrated. Meanwhile, outside the hyperbolic time chamber, Chi-Chi would have started looking for Goku, as Goku didn't appear in a long time. which was too weird for her. Gohan and Goten tried to search for his ki, but it was impossible. This made them believe that Goku had died, since they couldn't feel his ki as always. But suddenly, Kaiosama would contact Gohan, and he would tell him that Goku had been locked inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and that it was impossible for him to get out of that place, since he had already tried in every way. Gohan was speechless and asked Kaiosama, "Tell me who did it and why. Please tell me." Kaiosama refused to provide this information to Gohan, as he also did not want to harm those involved. Plus, BEERUS might find out about what Kaiosama did and retaliate against him. Gohan, the only thing I can tell you is that you have to do something so that your father can survive in that place for as long as necessary. I trust you will find a solution, but don't let your father die in that place. I'll save him. Thanks for the heads up, Kaiosama. I owe you one. After the conversation was over, Gohan told Chi-Chi and Goten everything. Goten reminded his brother Gohan about the Dragon Balls, so that he could use them to wish for his father to live forever. That's what we'll do, Goten. I was planning to do that too. They would go in search of the Dragon Balls, but they would realize that Bulma had already collected them again, so they asked Bulma if she could please lend them the Dragon Balls to ask for a wish. Gohan didn't know that Bulma was involved in all of this. Bulma refused to lend them, but Bulma got distracted and Goten took them from her. They went to another place to summon Shenlong with the balls. They summoned the dragon and it appeared, asking, "Tell me what your wish is." Gohan came up with a better idea and asked Shenlong to make Goku appear in that place. But Shenlong would tell him that it was impossible because he was out of his limits, since he was basically in another dimension. So, Gohan opted for the second option, and he would tell him to make Goku immortal. The dragon fulfilled his wish, and Goku got immortality. At that moment, Goku felt a strange sensation through his body. By that time, Goku had already passed a few days without eating, and it was affecting him a lot. But suddenly, those problems disappeared, because he started to feel as if he didn't need any of that. Goku did not understand what had happened to him, but it's obvious he would later realize it. 2 years would pass, in which Goku still felt nothing, and he understood that, somehow, they made him become immortal. 10 years passed, and Goku mastered and even perfected the Ultra Instinct. Outside the room, only 10 days would have passed. Vegeta said to himself, "Kakarot must be dead by now. In that place, a decade must have already passed." Inside the room, time would continue to pass as it had always used to be, and so 100 years would pass, in which Goku had already reached a new transformation, and had a power that surpassed even the gods. Likewise, the power was enough to fight against an angel. At that moment, Goku's ambition and resentment was already so great that he could have used all his power to leave the Room of Time, but he chose not to, because he wanted even more power. By this time, Goku's way of thinking was already totally different, as he would have become a more serious and calculating person. Something in Goku was different. The naive Goku of before had disappeared. Now, not even BEERUS himself will be able to cope with my power. Neither could Whis, and soon, I'll be more powerful than even Dai Shenkan, and I'll be the strongest being in the multiverse. Goku had more than 100 years inside the hyperbolic time chamber, and had reached a very powerful stage that surpasses all gods and angels. Goku would prefer to stay longer in that place, since he wanted to be superior to everyone, even superior to Dai Shenkan and Zenosama himself. Outside the room, after 100 days had passed on Earth, Bulma and the others assumed that Goku should have already died in that place, so they already accepted this fact, even though they had all loved Goku at the time, but they knew among themselves that accepting his death was something totally necessary. In the end, Goku was still a problem, and they resorted to the best way they could to hide it. In another place, Zenosama had been requesting Goku's presence for days to ask him for something and to play with him. Zenosama had not seen the Saiyan for a long time, so after all that time, he wanted to see him. Zenosama asked Dai Shenkan why Goku had not come if he had already asked him to visit. Dai Shenkan told Zenosama that he would take care of that. So Dai Shenkan went to Kaioshin of Universe 7 and asked him to see to it that Goku was at Zenosama's palace as soon as possible, because Zenosama wanted to see him. Kaioshin told Daishinkan that he would do so. However, Kaioshin did not know about what had been done to Goku by the destroyer god BEERUS and the others, so after talking to Daishinkan, he went to his universe to warn Goku about Zenosama. Kaioshin tried to find Goku's ki to appear in front of him, but despite all of his efforts, he could not even feel a bit of Goku's energy. Why don't I feel Son Goku's energy? I've always felt it all the time, but now I try to look for his ki, it's impossible for me to find it. How strange. Did something happen to Goku? I'd better go to Earth and see where Goku is. After thinking about it, Kaioshin went to Earth in search of answers, so he went to Bulma, Vegeta, and the others to ask them where Goku was, because Zenosama requested his presence, and he might get angry. Vegeta was frightened by this, but Vegeta told Kaioshin, "If you ask about Kakarot, he recently went to train in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, because he said he wanted to become much stronger, and will be away for a while in that place," said Vegeta. After hearing this, Kaioshin understood why he did not feel Goku's ki, since Goku was in another dimension, and his capabilities did not reach that level, so he said to Vegeta, "Okay, I'll head to Kami's tower to go to that place. Zenosama can't wait." Vegeta was frightened by what Kaioshin said, because if he went to that place, he would notice the door to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber had been destroyed, and would surely tell Daishinkan, who would then tell Zenosama, and Zenosama might get extremely angry. No, wait, don't bother him. He said not to interrupt him, no matter what was going on. You know Kakarot, he doesn't like to be disturbed while he's training, Vegeta said. Kaioshin found it very strange what Vegeta had told him. Alright, Vegeta, he said. Kaioshin said goodbye to everyone and teleported out of there. Vegeta, Bulma, and the others realized that Kaioshin would not listen to them, and that he would surely go to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber to find Goku. So they had no choice but to bring BEERUS to prevent Kaioshin from saying anything to Zenosama or Daishinkan. Meanwhile, Kaioshin arrived at Kami's tower, but found that the door to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber was completely destroyed. He found that the attack that destroyed the door was made from the outside. But what happened to the entrance to the room? Did they purposefully destroy the entrance and exit of this place? What the heck happened? Wait, now I get it. That's why Vegeta sounds so nervous when I told him I was going to this place. He must have locked him in here. But why? I don't get it. Vegeta was very stupid by telling me about Goku being here. Maybe he didn't think I would come, but his assumptions were wrong. Kaioshin, after seeing this, tried to help Goku by telling Daishinkan about this. But before he could even move to leave the planet Earth, BEERUS appeared in front of Kaioshin. Mr. BEERUS, what are you doing here? Did you also come to visit Saiyan Goku? Wait, why are you looking at me like that? Don't tell me you're involved in all this. It's not possible, said Kaioshin. That's right, I've come here to prevent you from telling anyone else about this. If you do, you will pay dearly. I can't threaten you with death, because I depend on you to live, but I can do much worse things to you than death. So don't even think of saying a single word of this to anyone. You will simply tell Zenosama that Goku is training, and that he will soon visit him in his palace. Do you understand me? Kaioshin had no choice but to accept this. He went to Daishinkan and told him that Goku could not come to visit Zenosama because he was too busy training, but that soon he would come to visit him. Daishinkan told this to Zenosama, and Kaioshin of Universe 7 left the place without further ado. Thanks to this, those of Universe 7 were saved from suffering the wrath of Zenosama, which would surely have ended very badly. Zenosama, after what Daishinkan told him, preferred to wait for Goku to finish his training so as not to disturb him. Meanwhile, Goku in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber would continue training non-stop. He would spend 1,000 years in that place. Goku already had a power that was practically unattainable, even for Zenosama himself. Goku's power was something unimaginable, even for the most powerful deities of the universe. By this time, Goku already had more than enough power to end the life of any being in existence. He had reached a state where what he had been 1,000 years ago no longer existed completely. Spending 1,000 years there without having contact with any individual caused him to have a much more independent and precise way of thinking. He would have learned and created many secret techniques that only he had. It had been long enough for Goku to feel like leaving there. Now my power is superior to any being in existence. They will pay for what they did to me. I will not forget it. I've been in this place for centuries, in complete solitude. But that's not made me forget the betrayal of the people who were supposed to be my friends. I see things differently now. I can't even trust myself. Why would I trust others? The only truth is that no matter what you do for them, they will only see the bad and negative side of things. Therefore, I will stand alone from now on, and he who wants to stand against my power will pay for it with his life. I've had enough of this place. It's not easy to look around you and see there's absolutely nothing, just empty space. Determined to leave, Goku began to increase his power more and more until... So, by increasing all his power, it only took him a few moments to make the whole room of time collapse and open infinite portals, which led to thousands of dimensions and different universes. The fact that there were so many dimensional and universal portals did not affect Goku at all, because thanks to that connection, he could feel the Kai of someone from his own universe in one of the portals for some reason. That ki was from Gohan, who was training with Goten, and Goten was increasing his power. Thanks to this, Goku would teleport to where Gohan and Goten were training. Goku appeared in front of Gohan, and he turned around and saw his father in front of him. This left Gohan speechless, and he would be very surprised to see all this, just like Goten. "Dad, you're alive! I didn't think you were. Even though I asked Shenlong to make you immortal, I didn't believe you were alive. How is it possible? It's been almost 4 years, and I haven't heard from you." "Wait, were you in there for 1,000 years?" asked Gohan. "It's been over 1,000 years, Gohan, since the last time I saw you. All that was an infinite eternity," said Goku. "But every one of those years and days I was inside that place, I always remembered how my own friends betrayed me. I wanted to destroy everything around me every time that thought came to my mind. I had given them my trust, my very life, and I only received a direct stab in the back. Because of that, every one of those who betrayed me will pay for it. First, I'll go after Vegeta. Let's see what that bastard has to say." "Father, what do you mean? Are you saying that Vegeta was the one who locked you in there?" "No, he couldn't have. Kai talked to me, and thanks to that, I was able to make you immortal with the Dragon Balls. He didn't want to tell me who the ones were that had done all this to you. I suspected everyone but Vegeta. Why would he do that? It doesn't make any sense. Why do it at that moment, if he could have done it much earlier?" "Gohan, what matters is that he betrayed me, and he will pay for that." "Father, don't do it. You don't deserve to do this. Please, I beg you, don't kill him. You already forgave him once. It wouldn't be that hard for you to do it again. Even though I hate him now for what he did, I don't think you should hurt Vegeta. Surely he must have had his reasons." "Shut up, Gohan. I don't care now what you tell me. I don't care what anyone tells me right now. In the end, everyone knows how to stab in the back and destroy my trust. I was also able to tell Kai, even though I was locked inside the room, and he told me who was behind all this." At that moment, Goku was about to go to Vegeta, but Gohan, in Super Saiyan mode, with all his might, tried to stop Goku from doing that. This made Goku angry. "I told you to stay out of it," said Goku. Goku easily brushed Gohan off, threw him against some rocks, and left, leaving Goten stunned by what he had just witnessed. "What happened to my father? He's not even a shadow of his former self. I don't recognize him now," said Gohan. Meanwhile, Goku quickly arrived at Vegeta, who was with Bulma. Goku appeared in front of Vegeta. Both Vegeta and Bulma could not believe what they were seeing. They thought it was someone with the same appearance as Goku, but realized later it was in fact the real Goku. "What? This is impossible. Kakarot should have died long ago in that place. How is it possible he's still alive? He must have run out of food there, and besides, 1,000 years have already passed. This can't be real. Are you really Kakarot? Why am I shaking? What's wrong with me?" Vegeta, I've waited for this moment for a long time, said Goku. I spent all this time remembering over and over again what you did to me. I could never forget it. How could I? That was the reason I spent over 1,000 years in that disgusting place. I know who was involved in my imprisonment, and every one of them will pay for it. At that moment, Vegeta realized that Goku did not come with good intentions and told Bulma, "Get away from this place as fast as possible. Please, you don't belong here." Bulma ignored what Vegeta said, but she thought she could explain things to Goku and fix everything. This turned out to be a terrible mistake. Goku, far from even answering her, stared her in the eyes with a great fury and coldness that made Bulma understand that her words would not help at all. Goku was about to hit Bulma, but at that moment, Vegeta quickly stopped Goku. "I told you to get out of here, stupid! Don't you understand?" said Vegeta. Bulma, after seeing all this, listened to Vegeta and fled the scene, leaving Goku and Vegeta alone. "I won't let you do anything to her, Kakarot. What the hell is wrong with you? And how come you're still alive? You should have died a long time ago." "Vegeta, to your surprise, they made me immortal, so despite the time I spent inside that place, it didn't have any effect on me. And thanks to my immortality, I didn't need to consume food to survive either. But let me tell you, you were very stupid. Why would you lock me up and then allow them to make me immortal? You're an idiot, Vegeta. If you're going to betray me, at least do it right, you bastard." "But how? When did all that happen? Wait, don't tell me that was the reason Gohan was asking Bulma for the balls. We were so naive." "Vegeta, finally, after a long time, the time has come for you to pay for everything." "Kakarot, what are you saying? You don't have to do this. I only followed BEERUS' orders, you must understand. If I didn't, he would destroy planet Earth, and you know that none of us would want that." "Damn, Vegeta, you should have discussed that with me first. Instead, you chose the easiest option, to betray me and lock me inside there so that I'd never come out. I know that all this, in principle, was planned by all the gods of destruction, and they too will get what they deserve later," said Goku. "Then I have no choice. I see, Kakarot, so you want to fight. I've also increased my power a lot, if you don't believe it. I'll take away that confidence from you, you damn insect." Vegeta was about to attack Goku, but he would stop instantly because he felt a deep fear. Out of nowhere, Vegeta began to sweat from fear. Vegeta did not understand what was happening. However, this was an involuntary reaction of his body towards the immeasurable power of the Saiyan. "What's wrong with me? Why am I so afraid? What's going on?"
Vegeta was about to attack Goku, but before he could do it, his body stopped almost unconsciously, as he realized that something in Goku was different. Goku did not know why Vegeta stopped. Goku saw that Vegeta did not attack him at the last moment and said, "What's the matter, Vegeta? Weren't you planning to attack me? Tell me, Vegeta, are you afraid?" Vegeta, upon hearing this, could not with his pride, and said, "Shut up, damn you! Do you think I'm afraid of you, you insect? What the hell are you saying, Kakarot? I'll show you I'm much stronger than you idiot!" Vegeta couldn't take it anymore and attacked Goku, but this time, despite Vegeta's feeling of inferiority, he continued to attack. He hit him many times, but Goku didn't even move and seemed to be unaffected. Goku in his base state was superior to Vegeta in his transformation of the Super Saiyan Blue God. Vegeta saw that Goku hadn't even flinched from transforming, and that in his base state he wasn't taking any damage from his attacks. "But how? That's not possible! The insect hasn't even transformed!" Goku, after receiving all these blows from Vegeta and not receiving any damage, this in a thousandth of seconds would give a small blow to Vegeta, which would send him flying away from the place, crashing against several nearby rocks. "No, this can't be! How is he doing all that to me without even transforming? How on earth could he get so powerful?" Away from the place, the others would realize that there was a huge key far away from that place, and also realized that Vegeta's key was getting lower and lower. They thought of everyone but Goku. That didn't even cross their minds, but their faces changed when they arrived at the site, and saw a wounded Vegeta, while Goku was in front of him. "Wait, this isn't true! It's impossible! Is it Goku? But how? He was dead! How did he survive so long in that time room?" Goku, who was in front of Vegeta, would turn and see his former friends, who were the ones who betrayed him. Krillin would try to explain to Goku about everything, but Goku told him, "Enough, don't give me explanations. I know what they did, and that's why they'll pay for it." "What are you saying, Goku? We're still your friends!" "They were my friends before they betrayed me, but now they're just garbage to me." Krillin would realize that no matter what he said, it wasn't going to change Goku's realistic thinking. And he would tell Vegeta, "How come he did this to you? Can't you beat him? Why? What are we gonna do now?" "That Goku's not the one I knew years ago. He's completely different." "I don't know. Kakarot is invincible, and even though I hit him several times, it didn't even tickle him." "I see. Apparently they didn't repent for what they did. Anyway, it's too late to repent, don't you think? Don't worry. I'll exterminate them very quickly. They won't even suffer, even though they really deserve it." Vegeta saw this and thought, "No, I can't let Kakarot do this. I must defeat him at any cost. But he's too strong. I can't do anything against him. I have no choice but to try." Vegeta increased all his power and reached the state of blue transformation dominated, and with this, all his strength, he would attack Goku. He was managing to give him a good fight, making them both maintain a somewhat even battle. The others were not able to see the speed of the movements of both. Goku, after a few minutes, said to Vegeta, "You're still far too weak to face me. I was just testing your strength." Goku increased his power a little more, and so he threw an energy ball at Vegeta, which would be strong enough to leave him badly hurt on the ground, without even being able to move. "I couldn't do anything. I'm stupid." "How pathetic, Vegeta. Why face me if you'd end up in such a humiliating way? It's better to wait for imminent death than to try to avoid it by increasing the odds." "But well, it's time for you to disappear for what you did to me." Goku would make a giant ball of power which he launched while saying, "Die." This ball of energy was about to hit them, but suddenly that giant sphere would be completely destroyed, which would leave Goku shocked. "How? Who did it?" said Goku. In front of Goku, BEERUS had appeared, together with Whis, and this god was the one who had destroyed that power. "So it's you, BEERUS? Can't believe you came, after what you caused. Good thing you came, so I don't have to go looking for you myself on your crappy planet." Whis told him, "Mr. BEERUS, what is happening is that he's no longer the Goku we used to know. What you're seeing now is an evolution of Goku after a millennium of training in that place. Now he's much more serious and cold-minded with things. His personality of before has completely disappeared. You must understand, he spent millennia alone in that place, but now it seems he has a lot of anger towards you, and with good reason, Mr. BEERUS." "Now I understand, Whis. Goku, I had to lock you up in that place. It was a request from all the gods of destruction, since your naive attitude at that moment put all the universes at risk. Don't you understand?" "BEERUS, I don't care about your excuses. You shouldn't have done it. And for that, you will all die. If you try to get into this, Whis, you'll share the same fate as him." This would leave Whis somewhat confused, as the latter still did not know all the power that Goku now had. For his part, BEERUS would tell Goku, "So, I see. You want to face me, Saiyan. I can see it in your eyes." BEERUS at that moment knew that he had to go all out from the beginning, so he would increase all his power, which would shake the earth completely. Thanks to the barrier that the angel Whis put up, the earth was not destroyed by the power of the god of destruction, BEERUS. Goku was not yet transformed into any transformation, but he would increase his power in his base state completely. Both of them started fighting, and Whis' barrier was not being able to withstand such power, and was starting to be destroyed. Goku said to BEERUS, "If that's all your power, too bad. It's not even going to be enough to make me transform." What are you saying? In that state you're more powerful than me? This is impossible. How on earth in your base form are you stronger? It doesn't make sense." "BEERUS, you can do nothing against me. Your inferiority is absolute." "Shut up, you damn Saiyan! What do you think you're doing, you bastard?" BEERUS at that moment became angry and would release a lot of power, which would end up destroying Whis' barrier completely, and Whis would say, "You will pay for confronting the god of destruction, so die." Goku would see all this, and he would seriously tell BEERUS, "Stupid, what are you doing this for? If the only thing you're causing is to destroy this beautiful planet, and for what? To defeat me? It is a price you'll not be able to pay, because I'm still superior to you. And the only thing I see before my eyes is an insignificant being that destroys everything for no apparent reason, because he is still weak." Compared to my power, you're totally pathetic. I should have killed you before you caused all this on Earth. BEERUS, hearing more of Goku's words, made him lose his reason of rage. And this one, without thinking twice, would launch himself to attack Goku, and this one would manage to hit him. And BEERUS really was already seeming to have some advantage over Goku, and this one would not stop giving infinite blows to the Saiyan, without stopping at any time. This was a different BEERUS, someone who would let himself be dominated by fury. While this was happening, the planet Earth began to get destroyed more and more. All living beings on the planet were disappearing, as the entire planet was totally destroyed and the heat that was felt was hellish. The former friends of the Saiyan would try to escape from the place, seeing how it was filled with craters and lava, and they would try to escape in a ship. But when they were close to leaving the planet, a ray of energy would hit the ship, and it would be completely destroyed, thus ending the life of Krillin, 18, Yamcha, Tien Shinhan, and others like Piccolo, who stayed on Earth to share the same fate as the planet. Meanwhile, BEERUS was still attacking Goku, but at that moment Goku closed his eyes and said to him, "That's enough!" Goku at that moment decided to finish BEERUS as fast as possible, so Goku would use one of his most powerful transformations. All this Goku did totally calm, while preparing a simple attack. BEERUS was perplexed when he observed this transformation of Goku, and realized that Goku was preparing a small technique, something insignificant for BEERUS, who didn't worry about it. But the angel, Whis, when he saw this, he looked at the transformation of Goku and was speechless, because he immediately knew that he could do absolutely nothing against Goku, because he was already insurmountable for him. Whis would tell BEERUS, "Mr. BEERUS, with that technique will kill you instantly. It looks simple, but inside it contains a large part of your power, which is enough to kill you in an instant." "Mr. BEERUS, please leave this place," said Whis. Goku in that instance would throw that small spear of power at BEERUS, which would not give him time to escape, and his destiny was inevitable. Or that was what he thought. BEERUS was 1/100th of a second away from receiving Goku's attack, but Whis had interposed himself to receive the attack and said, "Mr. BEERUS, you must not die. You must continue to fulfill your work as God of Destruction. You must escape. Goodbye, Mr. BEERUS." At that moment, Whis received the attack squarely and disintegrated almost instantly. "But Whis, why did you do it? It wasn't your duty to protect me. That damn Goku will pay for what he did. But I'm too weak. I can't do anything to him." BEERUS somehow or other was able to escape from the place, performing a technique on Goku which would bind him for a few minutes. "But what happened? Where did that idiot go? I swear I'll find him and kill him," said Goku. On the other hand, Bulma and Vegeta managed to escape from the place thanks to Vegeta, who had learned teleportation during the time that Goku was not there. But he had never wanted to use it because it belonged to Goku, and he had no other choice. Vegeta went to the Namekians. On the other hand, Goku left Earth, which was completely destroyed. Goku saw how the Earth was shattered, and this made him think that everyone had died, but he did not know that Vegeta had managed to escape. "I'm sorry, Chi-Chi, Gohan, Goten. I couldn't do anything to save you. Rest assured that God will disappear." Goku went in search of BEERUS, and after a few minutes, he finally felt the power of BEERUS and immediately teleported to that place. But however, before Goku arrived, BEERUS had managed to gather all the gods again. Therefore, Goku would arrive at the site and meet all the gods of destruction. The latter was somewhat surprised and said, "Oh, what a surprise! All together in this place. No doubt they made the job much less difficult for me. So, here you are, BEERUS, taking refuge with these scumbags. How pathetic you are! Who would have thought that a god that everyone feared is being defeated by a mortal? And worst of all, the mortal that beat him thanks to his own stupidity." "I see that you've become very strong. You were able to leave BEERUS in that state. And now I see how stupid we were to think that would be enough. I didn't think we'd have to go this far, but we will kill you, no matter what it costs us with Zenosama." "Mortal stupid. You've surpassed yourself in everything since you escaped from that place, and as gods of destruction we must eliminate evil from the universes. And at this moment you're the perfect Saiyan candidate. You'll regret having messed with the gods of destruction." "What are you talking about, you scum? If you think you can defeat me, that's impossible. Even if they all fight against me at the same time, I would have no problem in finishing them off. They're all mere scum to me. I'm even superior to that being they fear so much, the king of everything, Zenosama. And I don't intend to do anything against him unless he requires it." "How dare you compare yourself to the great Zenosama? You're insolent! How can you use his name and disrespect him? You're an idiot! And on top of that, you say you surpass him. But what a stupid thing to say, mortal. I don't care if you believe me or not. Everyone will still die, so the result is not altered at all. BEERUS, about to die from the wounds the Saiyan had inflicted on him, said, "Don't take it lightly. He really is very powerful, and I don't know if he's right in being superior to the king of the whole, Zenosama. But he killed Whis." All the gods, upon hearing this, would be stunned by what BEERUS had said, since they couldn't believe that a Saiyan like him killed an angel. The gods after this did not look at Goku in the same way, and viewed him with fear. The death of an angel like Whis only meant the obvious, that perhaps the Saiyan was not lying about what he said. What is it now, gods? That's right, I myself eliminated that angel. But really, for him, it was not the attack. A stupid thing died in vain saving him, because I'll still kill him. But now, disappointing for someone like him, well, I think I've given you all enough time. On the other hand, the gods of destruction knew they had to fight, because it was the only option for them. So, they said, "Well, I think we can't do anything. If that mortal killed the angel, what's in store for us? But how on earth did he get so strong in that place by himself? That's impossible!" With that said, the gods increased their powers to the maximum, and rushed together against the Saiyan. Goku transformed into the state of Ultra Instinct mastered at once, and with this, he even matched Daishinkan's power. The gods would stop at the sight of Goku's state, which they had previously seen in the Tournament of Power. That state! He just used it without any effort! It's incredible! Still surprised, they did not know that in that state, Goku was much more powerful than in the same state in the past, so they threw themselves against the Saiyan from all sides, but this would not do any good. I told you, gods, you're just trash. Even with my Saiyan Blue transformation would be more than enough, but I don't want to humiliate you so much like that, and I decided to use this state. Goku at that moment appeared from BEERUS' back and pierced him with his arm, causing BEERUS to bleed to death. What did he just do? It was just a distraction to get close to BEERUS and kill him! But how? Now, which one of you wants to be next? You damn Saiyan, you're an idiot! Why do you have to do that? Now you pay for that! I see, Vurdmo. You want to be next. Then die! At that moment, Goku appeared instantly in front of Vurdmo to kill him, but all the gods stepped in to prevent it. Damn gods, everyone will suffer then. Goku, without them even realizing it, had left them all on the brink of death. I told you, gods, you're just plain scum. What did he just do to us? I can't move my body! Calm down, now I only need the final attack. What are you gods going to do now? Goku in a second had left all the gods in an unfavorable state, and as he was about to launch his final technique to end the fight, but they obviously wouldn't let him die in that way. Saiyans, as I have told you, there is no way I will allow you to kill me. I won't make it that easy. Damn mortal, I know you'll never understand, but we did it for the good of the universes. You know that someone like you at that moment was an imminent danger for all the universes, and you had already shown it before, to someone extremely stupid. And if it wasn't for Zenosama, we would have killed you. So that's what you should have done at that time. Now it's too late to repent. Now the only one who decides is me. If I want to let you continue living after what you did to me. But now, all I can think about is to end your lives. Saiyan, you can't be so stupid. If you kill us, you would be destroying the divine hierarchy that has been for millions of years in the multiverse. In any case, the one who must die is you. I'm tired of listening to you telling me stupid things. Go away. But at that moment, Vermouth would appear from Goku's back, and he would try to hit him, but Goku would dodge his hit even without seeing him, ducking, leaving Vermouth exposed, which made Goku grab him by the head and drag it on the ground. Goku would leave him on the ground while this would move away, to allow the god Vermouth can get up. But this, at the time of doing so, he felt like something had pierced him, because at that moment, Goku would have impacted a strong blow on him, which pierced a vital point on his body, leaving others stunned. The god Vermouth would fall bleeding to the ground, on the verge of death, as Goku had pierced his heart. But luckily for Vermouth, he was of a race which possessed 3 hearts. Looks like that wasn't enough to kill you. You're making it harder than BEERUS. I'd better make you disappear completely. And in that instant he would throw it at Vermouth. But one of the gods of destruction would say, there's only one option to end this, Vermouth. I didn't think that at some point the gods would have to get to this point. Honestly, I'm disgusted to have to do this. But the only way is to do something that maybe we only did once in our lives. And that was when Daishinkan was training us, and he taught us how to do that technique. And when we learned it, we only used it once. And that was the day we learned it. But unfortunately, we will have to use it. What do you mean? If you say merge us all, but what do you say? Do you know what that would mean? And do you know I don't know? But it's the only option to not die. That mortal is too powerful. We have to do it. At that moment, Vermouth would tell this to the others, who would instantly doubt, but they realized that they had to accept if, so they finally accepted it. All this the gods told them in their minds, in just a few milliseconds. Goku's power was about to impact with Vermouth, which was planned to disappear him from existence. But this would change completely when suddenly, a strong light would be seen in the place, which would leave totally surprised Goku. But what happened? What is it? The light was getting stronger and stronger, and Goku did not understand absolutely nothing of what was happening. The whole place was being attracted by this immense light emitted by a very powerful being. The universes and planets were being affected by this great power, because this force affected even reality itself. Well, at the moment, 11 powerful beings had decided to merge into one being. All this using as main the essence of the god of destruction BEERUS. A being had appeared in front of Goku, and would destroy, in front of him, the technique that he had used against them. What the hell did you just do? How did you get rid of that technique so easily? Who are you? I'm the reincarnation of your own sin. That's right. It's just what you're thinking, Saiyan. We didn't want to use this technique, but we were forced to use it. No way we'd allow you to kill us like that. Don't you understand? It's too humiliating for us all that a Saiyan could have done this to us. But now with all our powers conforming to one being, things will be totally different, mortal. This technique is the only one we all learned from, that we thought we would never have to use. But still, a mortal came along and surpassed all the gods, and that's totally unacceptable. Ah, I see. Very interesting. I hope this way, if you can amuse me even a little bit. If not, I'd be completely disappointed in the gods of destruction. Since you received my technique, now it's your turn. What are you saying? I'll give you a chance. Throw me your most powerful technique, and I'll receive it in full. I promise I won't dodge it. Well, what is this Saiyan thinking? But what an idiot. I really can't believe that he'd provoke his own death. I thought he had really stopped being so stupid. But I see that he still is. What an idiot. That attack will end his life instantly. Saiyan, it was nice to meet you, but it's time for you to die. The Fusion would do their most powerful technique, which was called Soul Terminator. They would do this technique to Goku, saying to him, "Die, Domino." At that moment, the power would impact with Goku, and this would provoke a great explosion, which had universal magnitudes. What made thousands of nearby planets were completely destroyed, even getting to draw the attention of even Zenosama himself. But meanwhile, that power seemed to have had an effect, because the power of Goku was not felt anywhere. This would make everyone believe that Goku had died. Really, that bastard was an idiot. All the times I thought of killing him, I never thought it would get to this point. But how unfortunate was that? In that, from the debris caused by the explosion, Goku would come out with some wounds. And he would say, "I gave you the opportunity, and you didn't know how to take advantage of it. And that means now it's my turn, and I'll finish them." At that moment, Goku, in his state of Ultra Instinct dominated, would quickly throw himself toward the Fusion, giving him a strong blow in the stomach that would make him draw blood. But he's still powerful, that Saiyan. The blow he gave me almost left me without breathing. Said this, the Fusion in the same way would attack Goku, and then would hit him several times, making Goku a little surprised to see that they were facing him. After a few moments, Goku was being overshadowed by the power of the Fusion. These were hitting Goku, and they didn't stop at any time. Saiyan, well, what happened now? It's not so funny anymore, is it? But minutes later, well, that's enough. It's time to show all my power. What? What do you mean all your power? Wait, do you have any more? That's right. I had enough. I'll finish you in an instant. At that moment, Goku, from 1 second to the next, would pass to his most powerful state, which would leave the Fusion as a big garbage. Yes, now know my true power! Meanwhile, on the other side, Zenosama had felt a great power. and he did not know what was happening in the universes, so he would go to the place where the power was. Goku's power was extremely gigantic. It was something that even left Daishinkan speechless, who had felt it from where he was. But what is all this power? Where does it come from? But Zenosama went to see him, and did not allow me to accompany him. I fear for the life of the king and everything. Possibly this was not just any opponent. Something tells me that things are totally different now. This is someone we should be worried about. I haven't felt all that power since I was with the god Zarama. I must go. I can't leave Zenosama alone. It would be a huge risk. I must protect him even though he warned me not to. I don't care about the risks. I must know that he is well. On the other hand, Goku, who had shown all his power, would say to the fusion, I warn you, this is the peak of my power. If I were you, I would not attack. I would rather die a clean death than suffer the consequences of my mistake. The fusion had been speechless to see that Goku had shown all his power, since they saw him in something different. However, this fusion didn't even imagine what it would be for this Saiyan. So this one would say, think about it, mortal. Do you really think that I would be scared just because you say so? Please, Saiyan, don't be an idiot. I noticed something different in you, but anyway, you're still a Saiyan. After killing you, we will remember you forever, because you have made us all have to resort to that nasty fusion to defeat you. It's a humiliation we will have to endure, but I know that you will be the first and the last. Besides that, you will go straight to hell for daring to face us. Damn you. I see, so you will not heed my warning. Then you will die in the worst possible way. Are you really thinking of killing me with that insignificant power? Now I see who's the stupid one. You should be begging me not to kill you, but your pride won't let you. I know that inside you, you won't be able to do absolutely nothing against me. I already gave you the moment you wanted so much. I let you beat me enough. Now it's my moment. It's better that you live with that trauma, but I will be kind, and I will kill you to avoid that humiliation. So that's what you say. Shut up and disappear. The fusion would do a technique to Goku which was known as the Hakai, but this technique would not do any effect to Goku, leaving him somewhat confused, because he did not understand what had been done to him. If absolutely nothing had happened to him. What did you do? I didn't feel anything. But how pathetic you are. How? What happened? My technique didn't do anything to him. It's the first time it has no effect on a mortal, but what happened? I told you, idiot, it's not necessary that you try to look for some mistake in your technique. You know perfectly well what happens, and you just checked it. Only your mind doesn't want to accept it. You're completely stupid. You can't do anything against me. The fusion, even though deep down they knew it, they didn't accept it in any way. Damn Saiyan, what are you thinking? This one would throw himself against the Saiyan, and would give him millions of hits in a few seconds, which Goku would dodge without any difficulty. You're too slow. Take this! Goku with a finger would hit the fusion, which would send him far away from the place, and would make him crash against several rocks. But how? How? Not again! Damn it! He overpowered us even though we were fused together. I have to admit, we can't fight him. That bastard somehow got too strong. This is what the fusion was thinking at that time. Goku, a little angry, would say, what are you going to do now? Tell me your last words before you die. I must also be surprised because you made me release all my power. I didn't think that someone like you could do it. I must feel humiliated. I don't know. But well, now, if you've thought about your last words... The fusion knew that it could do absolutely nothing, and this one didn't know what to do at that moment. What the hell do we do? It's far superior to us fused. I have no other choice but to continue attacking until the end. I will not surrender to that idiot. Goku would see that this one didn't answer him anything, so he would say, okay, I see you want to die without saying anything. It seems to me something sincere not to give a word. Goku would do a technique which would make the opponent suffer a lot, before this one finishes with his life. For the last time, you want to say something? Unexpectedly for Goku, the fusion would launch itself to attack him again, and this would leave something surprised and angry to Goku, and this would say to him, damn, insolent! How dare you! Now, take this! Goku in that moment, furious, would launch his technique to the fusion, but just before launching it, Goku would feel something behind him very strange, which would make him undo the technique and turn around quickly, because the guy he had behind his back was the king of everything, Zenosama. Goku would see this one and would be somewhat surprised, but the fusion would say, oh great Zenosama, what is he doing here? So you're the ones that caused all this, gods of destruction because you merged? Can't Zenosama see that? Oh, hello Goku, how are you? What are you doing here? Oh, but what a surprise! You've come, Zenosama. I did not expect it. Goku, what are you doing in this place? Zenosama, I don't know, but I have something to tell you, and it's the reason why I'm here now. Tell me, Goku, what happened, and now that I realize, why didn't you visit me? It's about what I'm going to tell you, Zenosama. A few years ago, I went to train innocently in the time chamber, and in that place they locked me up for years. I think it was partly because you and I were very close friends. But what the heck? Why did you, in the name of gods, you know that you were forbidden to mess with that Saiyan? Why did you do it? I'll punish you all. Zenosama, that is no longer necessary. I'm more than enough to do it. Oh, you say you've become stronger? That's right. That's why I'll kill those idiots. No, what are you saying? You can't kill them. They're the only ones capable of their job. By punishment, I don't mean killing Saiyan. I'm sorry, Zenosama, but that's the only way to end this. No problem. Goku, even though we're friends, I will not allow you to end their lives. That's only for me to decide. They cannot be replaced easily. That's why I have resisted and not killed them on several occasions. I'm the only one who decides. That's not your job, Goku. So I see, Zenosama. You don't understand either. From what you say, I guess you'll kill me if I try. It goes without saying, but you're right. Our friendship is not as important as the welfare of the universes. Those that I have eliminated have not been simply because of anger. They have been because the gods and angels have been against me, and I had to eliminate those universes. Then I have no other choice but to face you. You nor anyone else will avoid the death of these damned ones. They locked me up and they'll pay for it. That's why I have to kill them. Goku, I warn you, if you try to disobey me, I will disappear you instantly. You better not try it, Saiyan. But if you oppose all this, I will have to kill you, Zenosama.